everybody. Woo, that's loud. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Sorry for the slight delay. We've had a few technical issues, but they're mostly worked out. It's going to be great now. Really appreciate you coming tonight. It's going to be a fantastic night of listening to music, people that we know and love. A nice night of getting to learn about Atlas Free and what they are doing to fight the sex trade industry. So thank you so much for coming. A few things that you might want to know. We do have coffee and water. You're welcome at any point of the evening to just pop up and just grab something to drink. Feel free. We also have the silent auction going on, and that's in the back. You can also hop up at any time and go make a bid or rebid, whatever you would like. And the last thing, if you have cash or check donations, there's a table just over here to the side, and you can give those to Roberta in the back. So that's the place for cash or check donations if you have those. That's kind of the logistics. We will have some yummy desserts, but not until 6:30, 6:40, give or take. So you have to wait a little bit, but it's going to be worth the wait. They're very good and fancy and fun. All right, I'm going to bring up Laura and Dave. So Laura Escoval is the Community Mobilization Manager. Yes. For Atlas Free. And David Kading is a member here at church and also one of our Mission Commission members. Very cool. They are going to be your MCs tonight, so you're welcome.
It's going to be good.
And I just want to say a quick prayer over our evening, and then I will get off the stage. So if you'll pray with me. Father God, we just love you so much. We are so grateful to just be your kids and to be a part of this world you made and a part of your family. We thank you for tonight, that we will have an opportunity to learn more about just some horrible things going on in the world and a way that we can partner in the fight against it. Yeah. So we thank you for that opportunity. We love you so much, and we just put this night in your hands. In your precious name, amen.
Amen.
Well, thank you, Jen. So we're stoked that you are here. This is a big part of what our Mission Commission is really dedicated to is helping organizations like Atlas Free. And so this is our second event doing this.
Second annual.
Yes.
Yes.
And last year we raised $16,000
Come on.
to fight sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And so we set a target for tonight of 20,000 because we thought, hey, let's do a little better than last year.
And
so we're gonna give it a go. It's awesome to be able to be a part and partner with organizations like Atlas Free, which is fighting sex trafficking all over the world for both men and women, boys and girls. Mm-hmm. And we're working to do everything we can for that. It's a complex topic. Yeah. And we're really excited about that. We've got a prize of a high five for the first person to donate.
High five. I will run off the stage.
If you have your little paddle, if you have your little paddle, there is a QR code on the back, and you can just scan that and you can give right there. Or if you want to write a check or give cash, you're certainly welcome to do that. I don't see what you're holding up, Roberta.
Oh, yeah, check. First check.
Oh, she has the first check. All right.
High
well,
five.
Here, how's the high five?
Who am I high-fiving? Okay, awesome. I love
Absolutely.
it.
Well, will you tell us a little bit about Atlas Free just to get us kicked off?
Atlas Free is a global organization that is fighting sex trafficking. Currently, we are in 26 countries around the globe, and our model is very strategic in the way that we're fighting sex trafficking because there's not one organization that can do it all when it comes to this complex issue. Human trafficking is the fastest growing criminal enterprise of our time, generating $150 billion annually. It is a people-made problem that can be solved by people like us. So you think of a global trafficking industry that is growing rapidly. It's going to take a lot of people leaning in and doing the right things in order to end it. So that is what Atlas Free is doing. We are bringing together experts from around the globe that are fighting trafficking in their context, so they know it at the local level. These are grassroots organizations that are serving survivors. They are leaning in and they're focusing on counter demand. They are focusing in on policy work and legislation and what it takes to keep traffickers off the streets. So we are bringing this network of organizations together, over 40 organizations around the globe that have been vetted. And we have leaned in, we are looking at their personal strategies, and we're saying, yes, this makes sense. Let's come together and let's strengthen each other. Let's network, let's invest in resource so that we can end sex trafficking. That's the goal. We don't want to just fight it, we want to end it. And everyone was made for freedom. That is what Jesus came for. He wanted to set us free. And so we are called to go out and create freedom for others around us. And so that's what we stand for. We want to see individuals that are currently being exploited, that are being trafficked, that are waking up every single day, not being able to choose what they get to do with their own bodies. Someone else is choosing that for them. And so we exist to create that journey and that pathway out of trafficking. And like I said, it's a complex issue that's going to take strategy. So that's why we are bringing together a global network that is actively fighting it. So when you are leaning in investing, that first check that was written, you're investing into ending sex trafficking. It's not just throwing darts at the wall and hoping something sticks. But we truly do believe that we're going to continue to grow a large global network that is going to see it end. So that's what we're here to do. We ready to do that? Hear some music, have some fun.
Yeah.
And end sex trafficking.
We're excited to be part of Atlas Free, and one of the things that they are so dedicated to is doing what you love to fight what you hate. And so we're going to do that tonight. We've got 6 great artists who are going to be sharing with us some of their amazing talents. We also have the silent auction. Hopefully everybody got a chance to look through those. One of the things we really encourage you to do is to bid often. And you know, if the last person to bid was yourself, go ahead and bid against yourself on the next line down. We would highly encourage that. There's some good ones. There's trips to Cabo. There's a baseball game with Pastor Chris. And if he gets a little mustard there, don't tell him, from one of the hot dogs. There's also a shooting opportunity with Nathan and myself at Security Gun Club. That one is a really fun one. So we're going to go ahead and invite Nathaniel up here to get started and to show us the first musical ensemble of himself. Thank you.
Praise the Lord. How are we doing tonight, folks? Awesome. My name is Nathaniel Chapman. I'm a local singer-songwriter. Got a couple albums out there. And this one is coming up on an upcoming album. It's called I Rest My Case. Well, I have sinned and fallen short of the glory of the Lord, and I don't deserve what He offers. Forgiveness for sinners, but here, I stand. I've been made a new man, and on His word I rest my case. He has saved me by His grace. Yeah. So does that mean that I should sin, that grace abounds? Oh God, forbid. For this life I live, and on His word I rest my case. Yeah, He has saved me by His grace. And I have found I'm no better than another sinful man. I have seen that by my strength I could never, ever win. So I'll place all my hope on the one who has prevailed over sin, over death, over hell. And here, oh, I stand. I've been made a new man, and on His word I rest my case. Yeah, He has saved me by His grace. Yeah, Jesus saved me by His grace. It's a full body workout, by the way. This next song I'm going to share with you guys, it's going to be on my upcoming album sometime this year. I'm going down in June to finish it up. And this song has been probably one of my most beloved songs that I've written, because it's one of the first songs I ever sang in front of people. And there was a church that posted years back on Craigslist back in the day, saying that they were doing a open mic night. Come on down and share your talent. And I'd never sung in front of people really, other than close friends and family. I thought, well, I don't know anybody at this church. Might as well go share some songs. And I got there and I felt the Lord telling me to sing this song that I wrote, and I thought, how is this group going to take this song? It's dealing with a lot of kind of rough situations that you see in the world, and you know, sometimes we Christians can be uptight about what we're talking about and what are you saying? And I shared it, and I didn't realize I was singing for a recovery group who just absolutely went crazy for the song. And that was my first time singing in front of people. And so the song comes from the idea of when I wrote it, I was singing to the church. Like, do we not have compassion for these people? Do we not have tears in our eyes for those around us? And I got to confess something. I've always been told that I'm a very compassionate and patient person. Oh, you got a heart for everyone. The older I've gotten, my heart's gotten a little colder, I would say. Especially the last couple of years with the madness and the crazy world we're living in right now. I've gotten to the point sometimes where I see something and I just go, whatever. Not like I'm going to do anything that's going to change them. And I know that's not the heart that the Lord wants me to have. And so as we were recording this song, I switched up the lyrics. So I'm asking myself a question. And so this song is called, Are There Tears in My Eyes? I should probably put this guy on. You can start it. Girl on the magazine who sold herself to a world of greed. Are there tears in my eyes? And when I see the man on the corner street who's talking to the wind like it's you and me, are there tears in my eyes? When I see the child with nothing to eat, no clothes on his back, no shoes on his feet. Are there tears in my eyes? And when I see the man who has left his wife to follow the lust of his flesh and eyes, are there tears in my eyes? Are there tears in my eyes? And when I see the people deceived by lies, and the blind are now leading the blind, are there tears in my eyes? And when I see the world is all but lost, and no one stops to count the cost, are there tears in my eyes? Are there tears in my eyes? Are there tears in my eyes? And some may say this song, it ain't pretty at all, but neither is this world amidst the fall. But what am I doing as a servant of the King? Am I telling of the love of the risen Son of God, of the life, the truth, the way that they can live through every day? May there be tears in my eyes. Are there tears, tears in my eyes? Let there be tears in my eyes.
I got tears in my eyes, smoke in my eyes. I got some powder in my nose and I'm feeling alive. I gotta leave it behind and live a new life. I can't keep this up. I'll be smoking weed till I die. I bleed and I cry, deceived by a lie, that I could be a G and just vibe and preach what I write. But I can barely breathe and I'm dying. I need to get high. I can't afford to leave my sweet Jesus teachings behind. I
May
gotta
those
run.
tears fall into my hands, and from my hands may they pour upon this land. From the land may there come up fruitful trees, and from the trees a great testimony that the Lord, He gives life and victory. Oh, the Lord, He gives life and victory. Oh yeah, the Lord, He gives life and victory. Oh my Lord, He gives life and victory. He gives life and victory. Thank you all.
Every one of us, you and I, every man and woman, mother, sister, daughter, son, all created to live a life free of exploitation, free to play and work, love and grow, think, create, and dream, to never have that fundamental human right to freedom stripped away. Right now, that right is taken from people who are tricked or sold into human trafficking, forced to sell their bodies for sex with no foreseeable way out. It's a crime that's growing rapidly, harming more vulnerable women and children than any other global issue of our time. And we know what it takes to defeat it. We are Atlas Free, and we're on a mission to fight sex trafficking and global exploitation in every corner of the world. Solving a problem of this magnitude takes innovation, strategy, creativity, collaboration, and agility. It takes all of us. So for over a decade, we have been building a holistic approach that finds and unites the best local organizations, innovative leaders, and passionate people with one place to give and trust, where they know every dollar they invest is carefully deployed and maximized to transform lives and dismantle exploitation on a global scale. And it's working. Since 2012, we have served over 635,000 people through aftercare, prevention, outreach, awareness, and intervention. We work with over 40 local partners with 66 safe homes and 250 unique programs spanning more than 25 countries to fight sex trafficking daily in every corner of the world. So what if you could know that you'd really made a difference? You could know that you had truly impacted the future of an individual, a family, a community, a region. You could know that you were helping to create the world you want to see, a world where everyone is free. Together, we can create freedom on earth. But we can't do it without you.
Hi, my name is McKenna. Nice to meet you all. I didn't pre-think an introduction for any of the stuff that I'm going to sing for you, but I just want to give you guys space to listen and to enjoy something that comes from a very deep place in my heart. So, yeah, welcome and enjoy.
I am in exile. My name's been changed, meaning rearranged, and I don't know who I was anymore. All I see is smoke. All of this is smoke. I could swear I've tasted it before, but I don't know where, and I don't know what to look for. I am in exile, where the foreign tongue, it is the one that calls my destiny. I've forgotten who I'm meant to be. All I see is smoke. I can't see through smoke. I don't know where I am going, but I don't know how much longer I can go. I am losing sight of the hope that I once had. I don't even know where I want to be. Led down a path I don't know, hold my breath and hope to find hope. Disconnected from the land I'm in, it all reminds me I'm not home. Most journeys have an end in mind, and don't most trials have a goal? Uncertainty, it torments me, and I worry that I am starting to lose my grip on reality. What happens if I forget what normal is and I turn into someone I don't wanna be? 'Cause I can't see an end in sight, and I can feel my heart starting to bend towards dark, desperate dreams that I befriend. I don't know where I am going, but I don't know how much longer it will be. I've been distanced from the truth long enough to rewrite reality. Letters written, plans are scripted. I don't know how much longer it will be. In exile, in exile. Between two places, dissociated. Between two places, dissociated.
Forgot to mention that one's called Exile. That was a song that kind of was an overarching theme of a collection of songs that's along those lines. And this one actually happens to be a very similar kind of vibe. It's called Beyond Me. It's part of a collection that I call What Makes Me Human. So, yeah, this one also comes from my heart. It comes from a lot of wrestling. So, if you've been in places that this feels familiar to, cool.
The heart of a child grows wild and free until she grew up and became me. List of fantasies longer than Rapunzel's hair. And I flew in my dreams like I was there. But dreams turn to mornings of anxiety, and fantasies become longings that make my heart sick. When did growing up become so heartless? When did having dreams become my weakness? When did having hope become my sickness? When did my perspective turn so anxious? I want to be known, but not seen. So I spend most my days hiding, so afraid of pain. When did hope become hurt? Fun become foolish? When did life become work? For the sake of proving my self-worth, being became doing, losing touch with what makes me human. I just breathe to keep on existing, pain and grief. I keep resisting, thinking I could control what comes and what goes. Yet the wind in me is not my own, holding the walls, but it keeps spinning. Could I let go and return to living? So I will let my hope become an anchor, send it down into the deep unknown, holding on to something that's unfailing, and living on the surface of the seas.
Thanks, guys. You're late. It's his fault. He was distracting me. That was beautiful. Actually, the song was distracting me. I was completely mesmerized. That was beautiful. So good. Both artists, thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart with us. I know what it is. I mean, I'm kind of a musician. I'm not this caliber, but when you are putting your heart and soul into singing and playing, like there's just such a vulnerability in that. So well done. Way to go, everyone that is bringing that to the table tonight.
How about Nathaniel as well?
Yes.
Wow, that was fantastic.
So good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Do you have your little bid cards? Do you have those? Don't worry, go ahead and hold them up, and I'll call your number. But if you could turn those over and take your phones out. I sound like Pastor Chris. Go ahead and take your phones out.
Take your phones out.
Take your phones out and scan the back of there. You'll find where we're at so far this evening. Who can tell me what that is? I didn't check right now. 205. Okay. So if you are intending to give, I think now's a good time.
Now's a great time.
Now's a great time.
No, it's a great
and
time.
then if you want to again later, you're welcome to do that as well.
Yes.
And you can do it through the app. And also, if you would like to write a check, or for those of you who came in later, or give cash, you can do so outside at the Atlas Free booth, and you can make your checks to Atlas Free. I want to thank the musicians. Do want to mention that we have the silent auction. I walked back through there. We've actually got a couple items that are already closed.
Correct.
That means that if you were intending to do something, sorry.
So get back
So
there.
get back there and
Don't
get
miss
signed
your
up.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that will be closing here in about 45 minutes. So you do want to make sure you get back there. Also, at this time, there are desserts. So if you'd like to make your way, we wanted to intend this evening to be somewhat of, you can get up if you would like. The musicians promise they won't be offended, or they won't tell you they're offended. But you certainly are welcome to get up and grab a dessert, a cup of coffee, check out the silent auction items, bid on them a couple times, and then welcome to have your seat again and listen to the musicians and so forth.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Well, I definitely don't want them to miss this next part. So should we give like 4 minutes to go grab a dessert and check the auction and then come back? Because I got some really great things to communicate to you.
4 minutes.
Don't.
So
4 minutes. You like that I
make sure
didn't
to
say
use
5?
Your elbows.
Yes,
Elbows
4
are
minutes.
welcome. And then we'll come back on. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started here. I did want to bring your attention to a couple of items on the silent auction. First of all, there is a coaching session with Hillary Horn. So if you are somebody who wants a change in your profession, you're going through a transition, you can go and have some sessions with Hillary, and it may allow you to take an extended vacation in the future, for which you may want to get the Cabo trip, which is available. As of a little bit ago, nobody had registered for that one. You have until June 2025 to go on that Cabo trip. And in the meantime, you may want to take the sailing lessons that are available. And you can learn to sail feeling more comfortable to be able to get on the open water and head towards Cabo, for which you'll be there for a week or so. In that trip, you may want to take the picnic basket, and there are some lotions available because the open sea is a very, very desolate area. There also is games for your trip and snacks. Just saying, there are infinite opportunities here with the silent auction opportunity. And if you would like to learn how to shoot guns better, you can do that with Nathan and I in case you encounter some pirates or something on your trip. So just saying, Hillary to get coached up so the long vacation. You can sign up for Cabo. You may want to mention that you can get the sailing so you can get to Cabo, and you do want the picnic basket. So, I mean,
these are very strategic items. I feel like they meld together. I love that you brought that connection for everyone. And so someone can go and spend $10,000 easy and be completely planned out for the next 18 months. Be a more well-rounded person.
Yeah.
Learn how to shoot things.
Shoot things.
Almost said people. We don't do that here.
Not anymore.
We don't do that.
We quit doing that.
And sailing to Cabo.
Sailing. Yeah.
Will the sailing lesson actually get you to Cabo?
The lesson won't, but what you learn in the lesson will at least get you off the dock.
Off the dock. We won't guarantee it'll get you to Cabo, but that trip will.
That's right.
That trip will.
And there's another trip if you don't have any plans next week. The other trip is for like June 4th.
Go. Who's spontaneous? Who's feeling spontaneous?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, I heard a yeah. Okay, go get
Cabo.
it. Go get it.
Cabo.
Well,
There's
the reason.
we've got a question about the trip.
Yes.
Both trips are to Cabo. One of them is for June 4th. The other one has to be used by June 2025. Mm-hmm. You can't use it in December.
Okay.
That's the fine print.
There we go. The fine print.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, we are doing all of this to, like we said, end sex trafficking around the world. And I want to highlight that just in the last January, February, March, we were able to see through our global network, we were able to see over 500 individuals be separated from their trafficker. So come on. And it's not enough to just be separated from the immediate danger from the exploitation, from the trafficker. But it is so important that that individual is getting the resources that they need so that they never have to experience exploitation again. And that is what many of our, like we said, we have over 60 safe homes within our global network. These individuals are being brought into aftercare programs where they're receiving trauma therapy, they're receiving education, they're receiving vocational training so that they can be set up for success to never go back to exploitation again, because vulnerabilities increase being exploited. And so we want to decrease those vulnerabilities in individuals. One way that we are doing that is actually in Tijuana, Mexico, and we're going to watch a video about one of the projects that we have going on there. The best stories that we're able to tell are when trafficking and exploitation never happens in the first place. And so in Tijuana, there's one of the largest red light districts there in Tijuana. And there are literally children that are running around in the middle of the night while their parents, whether it's their parents that are doing the trafficking or the ones that are being exploited and being sold, every single night, these kids are left to just fend for themselves. And often they're out there peddling and they're on this trajectory to either be pimps themselves or be exploited. And so we saw this opportunity, our local partners there in Tijuana saw an opportunity to intervene in these kids' lives before they ever were exploited in the first place. And so we were able to resource and have scholarships for 52 of these kids that were in the red light district. They started school this last fall. It's amazing. They are currently enrolled in school, and their trajectory has been radically changed. This is breaking the generational cycle of vulnerabilities that lead to trafficking. That's what we're doing. So when you invest, when you say, I'm going to go to Cabo next week, you are investing in seeing children never have to be exploited. They're getting the resources that they need. And their parents, the other great thing is, like, not only are these kids getting the resources and the education that they need, but the parents are seeing that their kids are being invested into. The mothers that are being prostituted, that are exploited, they're seeing that their kids' needs are being met, and so they're more open to receiving the resources themselves. They're more open to stepping out of their situation and receiving resources and stepping away from their situation. Because there's trust that is being built with our local partner because they're investing into their kids. It's so good. So we're gonna watch a video right now about the project that we have going on in Tijuana, Mexico. Thank you.
So we're right here in the center of greatest exploitation in this nation. It's the biggest red light district in most of Latin America, here in Tijuana. When the girls are very, very young, they are brought here and put into hotels or motels that are closed brothels where they're not allowed to come out.
This is the same red light area where we are working with kids who grow up on these streets. They grow up with mothers who are trafficked and exploited in these brothels, and the kids are left to fend for themselves, walking these streets, not receiving the educations that they need. And we are doing outreach in this red light area to provide a pathway out for these kids and eventually, hopefully, for their mothers as well.
When they come, we have a short devotional with them, interact with them, whatever they're understanding, and then we have a hot meal. Always we have a hot meal with them. For many of them, the empty stomachs, they just come with empty stomachs. Even if it's a noon, there's nothing that they have been eating yet. First thing that children can experience just coming here is a safe place. They just feel a safe environment where they can be and they can be them.
Welcome. We are so excited to show you something super special today. We're standing outside of the academy where 52 kids from the red light area of Tijuana are getting an unbelievable education. These are kids that, because of people just like you, we have been able to provide with a life-changing education to kids who would be growing up surrounded by brothels, whose mothers are being exploited, are now getting an amazing education and dreaming about a new future.
And this is really exciting because it's breaking the bonds of generational exploitation. So these children, living in the red light district of Tijuana, their only future is either to become pimps themselves or to become exploited women, the little girls. And so being able to bring them here for a world-class education is amazing. So Atlas Free Education has partnered with Highland Prince Academy to provide not only education, but like you're saying, love, trauma care, food, anything that these children need to be able to break that cycle. So why don't you join us and let's go visit the school. So this is the farm. This is the area where the children come out and interact with the animals, and they get to just hold them, ride them, feed them. While they interact with the animals, they also interact with their therapists. And it just opens up their hearts and their minds to be able to receive the help that they need during therapy.
Honestly, my first thought when I came to the academy and I saw this room was, man, I wish my elementary school would have looked like this. One of the things I love about this partnership is these kids aren't just getting an education, but they're getting a world-class education. And they're getting to do it in a place where their creativity can come alive and where they can have fun and play and celebrate. And it's just such a beautiful expression of darkness to light and oppression to hope.
One of the most important things to realize is that these children are coming out of an environment of complete violence. They don't experience anything else except violence. And one of the best ways to channel that violence is through physical education. And the activities that these environments provide really give the kids opportunity to channel that violence into something very productive.
Claro, este programa impactará en sus vidas porque la verdad son niños que su mente ahorita está pensando en otras cosas y no en ser jóvenes, en ser niños.
A lot of people ask us what it looks like for somebody to experience freedom, and we talk a lot about that. Often it's not just about what they're coming out of, but what they're going into. It's not enough just to get somebody out of a situation of exploitation. You have to offer them something else. You have to help them find a new future. People don't just need pathways out, they need pathways towards something else. And that's what's so beautiful about an academy and a place like this, is these kids are not just getting a pathway out of the exploitation that's generation after generation, but they're actually getting a pathway into an incredible new and different future. Something that nobody often in their entire family genealogy has ever experienced, but now they are embarking on a completely different trajectory of freedom.
Well, hello everyone. Good to see you tonight. My name is Stephen Gasparetti, and I'm so honored to be singing alongside so many other amazing songwriters and friends of mine. And most of all, just honored to be here supporting Atlas Free and the incredible work that they're doing. I hope we can fundraise a lot of money tonight. And so that's one of the things I love about music, is that it brings people together. And that's what we get to do tonight, to support something incredible, the incredible work that they're doing. This first song I want to play for you tonight is a song I wrote a year and a half ago. in what I thought was already a long waiting season for my wife and I. And I wrote it about a year and a half ago, and then we entered even more waiting. And I started thinking about this idea of waiting on the Lord, that it renews our strength. And you know, so many times we think that in our waiting we have to conjure up all this strength on our own. And yet I've found that in our waiting, the greatest strength that we can find is greater surrender. And so kind of that idea, along with, I've always loved the idea of King David out in the wilderness, just writing songs to the Lord that he didn't think that anybody would hear. And of course they ended up in our scriptures, but they were for him alone. And so that's kind of what this song is about. Hope you like it. Waiting on you now, maker of my life. Lord, you hold it all. In the pain of loss, through the tears of joy, you are my supply. When all my dreams turn over and every fear draws close, remind me who I am, to trust when I can't see. I'm in your hands. Oh, my Lord, my God, my song is yours alone. My heart will sing your praise, oh faithful one. Oh, 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 oh. Illuminate my path, lead me in your ways, O shepherd of my soul. Danger up ahead, through the shadows of my past, I will trust your voice. For even in the darkest valley, you say that you were always by my side. Your praise, faithful one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this next song, oh, did I lose it? There it is. This next song, being born in the 1900s and all, I always wanted to start an indie rock band with my buddies growing up, and somehow that never seemed to work out, whether it was we couldn't agree on a band name or we just decided that we were absolutely terrible before we made it out of the garage. But I've always had this heart for more rock and roll style music. And this next song, I'm hopefully releasing in a couple months, and I want to play it for you tonight. It's called Shadows. I'm gonna try to play it a little more rock and roll and acoustic tonight. And it's kind of based on this idea of we all walk around with our shadow selves, but yet our shadows aren't what define us. It's Christ who defines us. And so I hope you like it tonight. If not, there are plenty of other great songwriters coming up. Try to hold the ache inside your soul, the rising and the fall are all that your eyes ever know. Place to place you go, you build up every wall. The fight you can't ignore. It always burns with a toll. Are you walking through the fire? Are you holding on to hope? Are you scared of what you find? That you have to let this go? Don't stay here, living in the shadows. Oh. Darker skies, you start to wonder why, if it all just burns away. How can the soul stay alive? Afraid of the start to only miss the mark. Failure is a residency. Your friends at the dark, you traded your heart, but the dark's bad company. Are you walking through the fire? Are you holding on to hope? Are you scared of what you find? That you have to let this go? Don't stay here, living in the shadows. Are you looking for the sign or the shell in your control? Did you lose who you desire, or did the fire just grow cold? Don't stay here, living in the shadows. It's not who you've been, but who you are. The future ahead outweighs the hands of the past. You've got a will to fight, so come let your heart align. 'Cause facing your fear is a formidable task. Don't let yourself give in, keep pressing on instead, and bury all the lies that talk inside your head. As you're walking out the door, forget about the score. Sometimes the odds are just unfair. Or sometimes the odds are just unfair.
that you have to let this go. Don't stay here, living in the shadows. Are you looking for the sign or the shell in your control? Did you lose who you desire, or did the fire just grow cold? Don't stay here, living in the shadows. No, don't stay here. Don't stay here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen. That was so good.
Yeah, as somebody who was also born last century, I loved it. It was great. Well, awesome. Somebody pull out your phone and tell me where we're at.
Where we're at. Take a look. How good was that Tijuana story, right? So good.
2, 2, 3,
2, 2, 3,
4.
4.
So
Okay,
we counted up so far the silent auction and what's been given out front, and we're just over 5,000. So
Come
we're on our way.
We
Yeah.
are cruising
Very awesome.
towards it. Is this? I feel like there's something.
I
There's
heard that too. So we just had come in that
just this just in.
just in. That's my wife laughing.
Thank
I know
you.
I know it's
Thank
successful
you.
with this.
Yes.
Yeah, that the next $5,000 is going to be matched. So if you want to give 100, that'll be 200. So
Did you? I
so
feel like you need to say that
that's
in a more
awesome.
aggressive way. Like that
the
was
next
like
5,000
Yes.
is going to be matched.
Yes.
Monster
Come on.
trucks.
In this corner, we have $5,000 coming at you. So yeah, that's so incredible. I love that every dollar in the next however long it takes us to get to 5,000. So if you guys actually want to be done at 8 o'clock, then start moving.
Yeah. So after Britt, we're going to be closing the silent auction. So if you have any intentions of doing a silent auction deal,
Now's your time.
now is the time.
Now's
There
the
are
time.
still trips to Cabo available, and one of our mission commission checked it out. For $450, you can go on a plane, plus the cost, which is a ridiculously low cost to Cabo, and
So
you could
low.
be spending next weekend in Cabo. I mean,
Who's feeling
come on.
spontaneous? Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, it's already been so incredible just the way that this church is generous. And I just want to thank the pastors, Pastor Chris and Jennifer Manginelli, for just partnering with Atlas Free for so many years, continuing to invest month after month into this mission, and not only leaving it there, but just extending this opportunity for us to share this space with you and invite others to be part of this. So thank you very much. This is an important opportunity to invest into. And as we were talking about ending the generational cycle of trafficking, I want to share a story with you about a young girl in Nepal. So in Nepal, on average, 12,000 young girls, average age of 12, are trafficked from Nepal to India. Often they are sold as child brides. They are forced to work in the brothels, forced into unimaginable circumstances. And there was this young girl in Nepal that one of our team members was able to come and meet on a recent trip there about 6 months ago. He was visiting our local partner there in Kathmandu. And he was touring the facility. So there in Nepal, we have our local partner that has multiple homes that are giving children, young girls, access to safety and security and access to school and a new way of living and vocational training and all of the things. And so as he was touring, his name is Andy, as he is touring the facility, he was being toured around by a young girl that was around 13, 14 years old. And he describes the scenario as this vibrant, full of life, young girl comes and grabs his hand. She must have just eaten lunch because she had a sticky little hand. She grabs his hand and she's taking him up these flights of stairs and saying, this is where we sleep. This is here where we do our laundry. This is where we get to cook our food. And all the while she has a 2-year-old little boy, or maybe a little bit younger, on her hip. And she's holding him and just gleefully showing Andy this space that she gets to call home. And after that interaction, Andy was able to talk with our local partners, and they shared that story of that young girl. She was exploited at the age of 11. She was left to fend for herself. She didn't have parents to care for her. She was on the streets alone and hungry. And she found herself in a vulnerable place where she ended up trading her body for a packet of ramen because she was so hungry. And that started this cycle of exploitation in her life at 11 years old. And she went through unimaginable pain and trauma and ended up getting pregnant. And that's when she was able to come in contact with our local partners, and she was brought into this home, safety and security. She had her young boy in that home, and she's living there with him in safety, in security, never having to experience exploitation again. And that's incredible for her as an individual. But that young boy that she was flopping around on her hip as she drug Andy from floor to floor with excitement, he will never have to face that. He will never have to face that. And so talk about breaking the generational cycle of trafficking. That's what you're doing. You're investing in young girls in Nepal, in India, all over the world, in Tijuana. You're allowing them a pathway to a life that they could never even imagine outside of exploitation. So as we continue the evening and we listen to the musicians, and you go back and you bid on things like going to Cabo, think of these young kids. Think of the girls. Think of the individuals that you are impacting. These are lives. These are beautiful lives that Jesus came and died for. And we get to be part of their freedom story. It's good news. So I encourage you, come on, I encourage you to lean in tonight. And if you've given, thank you. If you're compelled to give again, thank you. If you haven't, I encourage you. There's matching $5,000. Every dollar will be matched, getting us closer to that $20,000 goal, and it all matters. If you're saying, I barely can think about getting a Starbucks drink tomorrow because I just don't have the means, give $3, because you know what? That's good. And God sees that, and he sees your heart. So don't think that it's too little, because often we think that our contribution is just a drop in the bucket. It's just throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping it sticks. But think if no one dropped in the bucket. Think if no one contributed. We wouldn't be able to do the work that we do. And so the $5 gets us to the place of seeing young girls off the street. $10 gets us to the place of being able to invest into kids going back to school. So no dollar amount is too small. So let's continue to listen to these musicians and hit $20,000 tonight. Come on. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Britt. I'm 25% of a rock band called Becoming Bristol. The other guys aren't here, so you'll have to settle for me. What I like about playing these types of gigs is that I get to play all the soft songs that the guys don't really want me to play normally. So I'm going to play, that being said, I'm going to play 2 happy songs and a sad song. And this first one's about my wife, and it's one of the happy ones. It's about missing her. I wrote it when I was on tour, and yeah, I flew back on day 10 of a 3-month tour to see her, and it's called Next to Me. 3 a.m. Pacific time, and we're both awake. Try to regain all this time we've lost and forget about the ache. With every word that falls in my ears, my heart feels the weight. of the distance all this time provides to add to our pain. And oh, my dear, these late nights and whispers make you feel so near to me. Across the miles that are in between us, but words in the air will never quite compare to having you next to me. And 12 p.m. mountain time, and I miss that northwest air, running through it with your hand in mine like we don't have a care. I've seen every part of this country, and none of it compares to the sun reflecting in your eyes and the wind in your hair. And oh, my dear, these late nights and whispers make you feel so near to me. Across the miles that are in between us, but words in the air will never quite compare to having you next to me. And across these miles, I feel your heart in sync with mine. With every beat I know we'll be alright. And absence makes the heart grow stronger, so every moment away adds to our forever. As I stumble on back, your face is all I see. I'll reach out and pull you close to me. And oh, my dear, those late nights and whispers made you feel so near to me. Across the miles that were in between, no more words in the air, no more miles of despair, no more late nights spent up wanting you near. And every steadfast moment has brought us here. And now you're next to me. And 8 a.m. Pacific time, and we're both away. Thanks. All right, this next one is also about my wife, and it's also a happy one. It's not the sad one. And I actually sang it to her on our wedding, and I wrote it, I got some advice from a mentor of mine. He wasn't a Christian, but it was really good. It was that you're gonna have good decades and bad decades in your life, and you just have to choose your person every decade and new person that you wake up to every decade. And I was like, man, I've only been alive like almost 2 decades, and that seems like a lot of decades to deal with. But it was great advice, and I wrote this song. It's called I'll Choose. And it's just been, we've been married now 6 years, and every day it just becomes easier and easier to choose you, you know? And you know, my wife's pregnant with a little girl right now, so we're about 20 weeks. And yeah, thanks, guys. And I think about Tim Keller, you know, writing that marriage is not supposed to make you happy, it's supposed to make you holy. And with that, it's just my honor to see through every season in life, you know, as my wife is now a mother and she bears our little child. It's like such an amazing thing to be able to see her grow into that, to live the full design of what God has designed for her as a woman. And so that's what this song is about. I need to write another verse to it describing her being pregnant, I guess. But this is like the first year and a half of us being together, right up to being married. It's called I'll Choose. Soft eyes staring across at me at that grocery store, the one on Market Street. And I think I felt something when this happened at the wedding too, and I forgot the words. Let me try it again. Soft eyes staring across at me at that grocery store, the one on Market Street. And I think I felt something I've never felt before when you smiled at me. I spent months trapped inside my head thinking about you.
said, and maybe I'm overthinking this, but if hearts are puzzle pieces, we just might fit. All of these memories remind me the beauty of our love in its youth, and every day of our lives I promise I'll choose you. A flash forward a couple months or so, we're in your kitchen talking about dreams and hopes, and I think I feel my heart aching. Don't wanna live my life without you next to me. I skipped class, ran to your door instead, told you I loved you, best words I've ever said. And maybe I've been wrong all this time. If soulmates exist, I think you're mine. All of these memories remind me the beauty of our love in its youth, and every day of our lives I promise I'll choose you. When the years turn into old age and the wrinkles of time start shining through, every day of our lives I promise I'll choose you. A white dress and all our hopes at that small farm on Old Snohomish Road. I promised to love you till the end in that room upstairs in front of all our friends, and forever doesn't seem long enough to hold you close and to share our love. And I know that this is true. Soulmates exist and mine will always be you. All of these memories remind me the beauty of our love in its youth, and every day of our lives I promise I'll choose you. When the years turn into old age and the wrinkles of time start shining through, every day of our lives I promise I'll choose. Every day of our lives I promise I'll choose. Every day of our lives I promise I'll choose you. Thanks. Now for the sad one. My first year in college, I went to Northwest University just up the street. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night to someone who wasn't my roommate in my room. And he was making a mess all over the floor, and he had drank a little bit too much apple cider for adults, if you know what I mean. And proceeded to go outside, and one of the guys from my floor had dragged up about 12 other dudes that had all been drinking a little bit too much apple cider. Real bad time, man. It was a mess. Anyways, this kid, his name is Jonathan, and I took him back to his room, put him in his bed, and he just started pouring out his heart about how just sad and broken he was and why he had done what he had done. And in that moment, I realized that no matter how much you numb your mind, no matter how much you use certain substances, you can never really truly escape your sin. And I remember also that week I was looking at like Pedialyte and stuff to help him feel good again, and I remember seeing this thing called The Cure for a Hangover, and it had a little box that said, hey, you can also subscribe and save to The Cure for a Hangover. And I thought, man, if you have to subscribe and save to something like that, there's probably a bigger issue going on. So that's what this song is about. It's kind of sad, but it's called The Cure for a Hangover. It's unreleased. And Monday morning I come to feel the scorn tight like a noose. Oh God, I really hate this part. And crawl on up to my knees, hide my conscience far beneath the thought that this isn't my fault. And I hear that old shoulder friend saying, but this time it's not enough to dull my mind. I've been thinking about the different ways I hide from the mirror and medicate. The cure for a hangover stays the same. And I can't take the pressure of this choice, but I can't have it both ways. Consumed till I drop, shut my brain off. I'll keep on till I hate myself. Asleep in a ditch, blur each minute. Oh, it's hell, yeah, it's hell. And I've been thinking about the different ways I hide from the mirror and medicate. The cure for a hangover stays the same. And I can't take the pressure of this choice. And I've been thinking about the different ways I hide from the mirror and medicate. The cure for a hangover stays the same. And I can't take the pressure of this choice, but I can't have it both ways. I wake up in the backseat, the feel of dry blood on my lips. I hear her say that she's worried, but she don't know the half of it. 'Cause even when I am drowning, through the haze I feel the grip of a conscience that damns me. Should turn around and face it. And I've been thinking about the different ways I hide from the mirror and medicate. The cure for a hangover stays the same. And I can't take the pressure of this choice, but I can't have it both ways. It stays the same. And what can wash away my sin? It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. And what can make me whole again? It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. And oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know. It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. And oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know. It's nothing but the blood of Jesus. It's nothing but the blood of Jesus.
Thank you.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Good, good. It's been a lovely night. So much good music. Love hearing the new songs from my friends, and excited to share a few new ones of my own. In fact, they're so new that I wrote part of the second verse to this one today, and I'm not sure if I really like the song or not yet. So that's where we're at with this one. But yeah, 2 songs for you tonight, and the first one I get to be joined by my sweet McKenna. Didn't she just do lovely? Yeah, she did. She did. This song is about just spiritual journeys, and it's for the one and from the one who has wrestled here and there about feeling like perhaps my journey doesn't fit the mold, whatever that mold is. Like, why do I seem to be wrestling with this when it seems like everyone else is really, really good at that, really good at faith, or really good at whatever it may be. And so one of my heroes in the faith is Mother Teresa, and not just because she did a lot of really amazing things and gave of herself so selflessly, but she felt she was strongly, clearly called by God to do the work that she did, and from the moment she entered into that work till her death, she claimed, she wrote letters to her bishop, and her words that she wrote were, she had never experienced again the presence of God or heard his voice. She's like, where is he? Has he abandoned me? Where did he go? And there's this story of this young man going up and asking Mother Teresa to pray for him, for clarity. And she said, I won't pray for clarity for you, but I've never had a day of clarity in my life of ministry, but I'll pray that you trust God. And so this is a song about asking the questions, about struggling through faith, and choosing to trust that God is with us in the questioning and in the struggle, and that he's working beautiful purposes in it all. I don't even know what the song's called yet, so here it is, though. I could have sworn I heard your voice as a mystery. It was silent and it offered me no sense of clarity. But I felt a calm in the way that your quiet held me, as I stepped in wastelands that allowed for my questions and wonderings. I could have sworn I saw your face in the wrong place, in a womb, in a tree, and in rooms we'd rather not be in. So I scaled the walls and I broke down the doors just to find you. Well, you're always at work beyond borders I built to contain you. And if I'm way out of line, I think you're there too. If I'm out of my mind, I'm sure you're not confined there. If I'm pressing too far, you're further still, yet right where you are in the wanderings of my heart. Tell me there's a church or a school or a man that can explain all your ways with enough confidence to resolve all my tensions. 'Cause I search for words to define and make sense of your movement, but I wonder if you're bigger than the language I use.
Oh Lord, you're beautiful. Your face is all I seek. And when your eyes are on this child, your grace abounds to me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, McKenna. She literally learned that yesterday, so she's amazing. Thank you, McKenna. I get to invite a very, very special guest up. My sweet Adia, my daughter. And this is like a dream come true. First of all, just the fact that she's playing my favorite instrument in the entire world. I promise I am not forcing her to do this. But I wouldn't put it past me also. I love the cello so much. And she loves it too. And I threw this idea out to her, I think maybe a week ago, and she was up for it. So this is another very brand new song, and she's super brave, and this is her first concert. So, yay. I also realize you're not going to hear a word of what I say just because you're going to be like, Adia. So takes the pressure off me. No. Oh, this song is about the journey. The journey. I've been thinking a lot about the Israelites wandering around in the desert for 40 years and how I am 40 years old. That's my lifetime. And just thinking about how God is not really concerned about our time frame when it comes to wandering around. And my dad, he was notorious for taking the scenic route. And we always, as kids, were like, like if we take the freeway, we'll get there, in an hour. But instead, we're going to get there like 4 hours later because we have to take the scenic route. And we didn't get there fast, but we sure saw a lot of really, really beautiful things. And I've been thinking a lot about, especially just in recent seasons that haven't felt as easy. And we just want these easy ways out of them, right? The quick way out. And I just keep hearing this little voice in me just saying, just stop and pay attention. And there isn't a box to check, or there isn't like a place that I am sure I'm going to arrive at, but rather, God, what are you doing and what are you forming in me as I am journeying? And so this song is called Instead of Moving Forward.
I've been wandering. I left home a while ago, and I'm unsure of where the road will carry me. I feel forever in between of where I've been that doesn't fit, and where everyone says that I'm supposed to be. And I'm just thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I don't know if I want a highway or straight lines and predictable signs. I could drive it in my sleep, but I think it's gonna kill me. And I So I think I will stop and just get lost with you before I feel the need to prove that I'm making progress. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I don't know if I want a highway on straight lines and predictable signs. I could drive it in my sleep, but I think it's gonna kill me. And I don't know if I'll ever arrive. I'm just fine taking all my time on overgrown roads that refuse to unwind. 'Cause I'm going deep instead of moving forward. It's birth and death and birth again. It's joy and grief and all they teach. Don't make me rush to some relief that rescues me from learning. 'Cause I'm tired of trying to cross over some finish line when everything that matters is in front of my eyes. Oh, I've been traveling in circles for a while, but the view looks different every time. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get there, and I don't know if I want a highway, all straight lines and predictable signs. I could drive it in my sleep, but I think it's gonna kill me. And I don't know if I'll ever arrive, and I'm just fine taking all my time on overgrown roads that refuse to unwind. 'Cause I'm being formed instead of growing. Moving forward. Moving forward. How is that a good ending? Instead of moving forward.
Yeah, so good. What an incredible! I just want to come sit at your house and like have you all play. Like, what a musical family, right? That's incredible, incredible. Well,
that was phenomenal.
There was a lot that happened during that last segment. We got some exciting things to share. Should we go? So we're not gonna do the total yet.
No.
Let's
So we
say
did close out the auction, and so I am going to say your number and what you won, and you just come and pick it up right here on the chair, and then we're going to get to some low-key music to finish out the evening.
Yes.
Okay?
Low-key.
So first and possibly most importantly, the shooting opportunity was won by 254. You can go ahead and come on up here. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
There you go. That's yours. And the sailing lessons was won by 218.
218, where you at? So good.
The yoga was won by 180. Yeah.
And if you are the winners, you can donate directly online and to fulfill your pledge, or you can write a check directly to Atlas Free and give it to the lovely woman sitting in the back there.
The custom mural was won by 149.
149.
Most attractive looking person in the room.
Awesome. Yeah.
Not me. No.
There we go.
The movie date also 149.
Amazing.
Nice job. Game night 119. Yoga. Coaching lessons 111. Oh shoot. Whatever number 2 was. The Mariners game.
There it is. Mariners
with
game.
Christopher.
Hey!
218.
Who's going?
Hey!
Yeah! Woo!
I also don't have written down what number 4 and 5 are.
Gift cards.
Gift cards. 113 and 246.
113, 246. You are the
246,
winners.
you also won the Azul. Way to go.
There it is.
And also, oh, yeah. Cabo!
Cabo!
Hey!
Ay, 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 ay.
The picnic set, that's all. The
all
picnic
you
set was 125. And
come on.
The spa was 216.
Spa 216.
So 125, 111.
Did you win the spa?
Oh,
Good
I
man.
thought you were the spa, buddy. 111 coaching lessons and 216 the spa is up here. Now, can I just throw something out there?
Yeah.
Can I just throw this out there?
Throw it out.
If you didn't win, I'm really sorry.
Let's have a moment of silence.
However, if we added up all the second place winners, it'd come out to be about $3,700. So if you didn't get your trip to Cabo, but you still want to give to Atlas free,
you can still win.
You can still
by making
win.
a donation and be a winner.
Just saying, that would get us $3,000
$3,000
closer to our
extra.
new goal.
Come on.
Of $25,000.
Yes, because you guys hit the $20,000 goal.
Hey!
Woo! And let's tell a little story about what happened with the goal. Do you want to tell a story?
The goal was $25,000.
Because I put it in as that, but clearly, I mean, they told me that it was 20, but for some reason, my fingers typed 25 into the computer, and I was like, oh, you meant 20. I'm like, I need to change that. And then
we should have listened
to the Holy Spirit when he compelled my fingers in the 25,000. So if you have not given and you actually were the second place winners, you can invest what you were going to invest.
I like that.
Invest. And we could hit 25. Like, who says we can't? And that would make almost $10,000 more than what was raised last year.
Yeah. That'd be incredible.
That's huge. But let's give the moment what the moment deserves. You guys raised $20,000. Come on. Amazing. On that note, should we invite some hype up to the stage? Let's invite some hype up to the stage. Come on, Isaiah. Let's go. Give the people what the people want. Woo!
I need y'all to stand up with me. He said it's going to be low key, but we're going to make it high key, all right? If you know this song, you can sing it with me. Let's get $25,000 tonight. Y'all ready? Go ahead and play that track, my friend. If you know the chorus, you got to lead everybody else in it. You ready? Look at me waving, side to side, smile so wide, salute goodbye, oh Lord. Amen. Bye, oh Lord. I'ma move on, no lie. Hey, look at me waving, side to side, smile so wide, salute goodbye, oh Lord. Amen. Bye, oh Lord. I'ma move on, no lie. I cannot shake this. Feeling so great, just feeling so weightless. Walking not shameless. I'm happy you can break this. It would take all of your patience to trust me, you hate it. Don't have time for the old things. Money can't buy what my soul needs. Investing in the work, I'ma sow seeds. Then what do you know? Look at those beans. Look at me waving. Side to side, smile so wide. Salute goodbye, oh Lord. Amen. Bye, oh Lord. I'ma move on, no lie. Hey, look at us waving. Side to side, smile so wide. Salute goodbye, oh Lord. Amen. Bye, oh Lord. I'ma move on, no lie. Hey, look at me waving.
I left the former me in the past. God doing new things in the last. Why don't you see it on the path? Lead me to water, I'll never go back.
Even if you ain't
I
got
got the former me in the past. God doing new things that'll last. Why don't you see it on the path? Lead me to water, I'll never go back.
I got no chains, I rep no gangs. I don't waste time, I won't play games. I won't talk big, I let God explain. Lift them high, now that's real gains. Keep it honest, my brother from Philly. Q said in time they gon' feel me. Putting in work, I feel it. Rising above with no ceiling. I'm on fire and you can't put me out. In my bag and I ain't coming out. I'm focused on what I'm about. Got so little time and we out. If time equals money, then I'm finna spend it on things that won't never run out. I got the end of my sights and I'm driven by passion for hunger inside of the drought.
I let the former me in the past. God doing new things that'll last. Why don't you see it on the path? Lead me to water, I'll never go back.
See, I let the former me in the past.
God doing new things that'll last. Why don't you see it on the path? Lead me to water, I'll never go back.
I
woke up this morning. It's a good day.
Now that's a good day.
They can't steal your joy.
No, they can't steal your
when
joy.
It's your say. When it's your way.
This is another day, waking to the fight like Name Jake. Look to the sky, dear Lord, I pray. I don't wanna sleep on your Lord, no way. There's a way to the way that he paid with his grace. I would hate for my life to be all for waste. So you know I'm finna run that race. Focus on the key so I keep the pace, yeah. This that hit back, get back, stand up where you at. I've been busy counting blessings, but I think I lost track. All that time I spent complaining, wanna take it all back. You would know it's all God if you seen where I've been at. Lord have mercy, I was hurting in my feelings. I was working, devil lurking, thought for certain I was so gone, so wrong. Ain't felt this good for so long. Spirit like this, hold on. Wave goodbye like so long. Now go on.
I'm way up, way up.
All right, can you do this with me?
Way up.
And can't nobody bring me down. I'm way up,
way up, way up, way up. And can't nobody bring me down.
I got favor on me, no disrespect. But how you big rich in this world, but your soul got all that debt? No other way I check. Died today, forever in regret. That's why I love that it's not earned, but it's something that you get. Gave me a reason to love my life, even in hard seasons. Why would I choose to let it break me when I'm still breathing? I got these scars of living proof of what my faith deepen. You never learn to ride the waves until you in the deep end. Now we in. When I was drowning in the ocean of doubt, there ain't no doubt that you was present, how you lifted me out. I felt like Peter, how I failed you, but you loved me around. My mind was on the destination, but you here in the now. All right, everybody together, here we go.
Way up, way up.
Yeah, and can't nobody
bring me down.
I'm way up,
way up,
I'm way up.
And can't nobody bring me down.
I found a way of me making it out of the madness. Got joy every day. If you want it, just know you can have it. He took the weight on my back, out of my own. What did I have? Life hitting hard, taking me back. Made me a beast, and I will hit back. I do it.
I'm way up.
All right, really fast. Here we go.
You way up, we way up.
Say I'm way up,
so way up. You way up,
come on.
We way up.
Slow. Here we go.
Way up,
I'm way up,
way up.
Yeah, and can't nobody bring us down.
I'm way up,
I'm way up,
way up,
I'm way up.
Ain't nobody bring me down.
Y'all feeling way up yet? Man, I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. I feel like I'm with my family. I haven't seen some of you in a while. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Isaiah. I actually grew up at this church. My mom brought me here when I was 5. I served on staff for 7 years, and I see so many of you wonderful people. It's just so good to be with you. I have a special treat for you. Actually, before I get to that, can we just give it up for everybody who has performed tonight? We need to do like one whole collaborative album. That would be dope. That'd be really cool. Well, I'm really excited for this next part. I'm going to share a song with you that I've never done live and I haven't released yet. And I have a special guest. My younger sister's here with me. Can you welcome her to the stage? So my sister and I have been wanting to do a song together for years now. And recently we wrote a song called I Need You. And it's really about all those moments where we look to so many other things, but the thing we really need and we're calling over our life is that we need Jesus. Amen? You ready?
Yeah.
Come on, go ahead and play that track.
I need you to walk with me, Lord, reveal my inner things. Say you won't depart from me, I see you in everything. Oh, I need you, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, I need you, Jesus, Jesus.
Look, we came from the same struggle. Pain is our main hustle. Rebuilt with the same rubble. Lord, help me remain humble.
Yeah.
Truth, the foundation I can stand on. That's why them words be cutting deep when they be dead wrong. No matter what they did wrong, push on, we headstrong. Hope they remember how I love when I be dead gone. This heart won't be a path that you can tread on. Approach without precaution, take them head on. I'ma always choose peace over a peace. The greatest tool I've ever known is just to think before you speak. Wise words, I think we got it from the same man. Came from the same fam, was carried by these same hands. And I ain't the same man, washed by the blood, I've been reclaimed in. Changed my last name to his son, walk in his graceland, oh amen. Have no doubts on him remaining, but I need the Lord right now, help me sustain when
nothing but hope out of these pain.
these words cut deeper than swords, that's how my pain is. Let God be the head of my life, that's how we praise Him.
Walk with me, Lord, reveal my
These burdens feeling dealt with, heavy till I knelt. You was there when no one else is. More than just an idea, something or someone. Present like I'm right here, show me what my heart's done. Whoa. Where did all my hope just go? Say no. I can put my trust in the Lord, say so. I don't always feel like it, don't, now let's go. Covered all my shame with his coat, y'all know. Truth is so much harder to swallow. Self-pity, it's way too easy to wallow. See one way out, but many wide roads you can follow. See, I know how, I seen him drop a vape in a bottle. Let's get it real. Don't you get lost in how you feel. No will, swear every way and it kill. New deal, that's my God, see he's real. See, all your debt's been paid, have faith and let it heal.
I need you to walk with me, Lord, reveal my inner things. See you won't depart from me, I see you in everything. Oh, I need you, Jesus.
Yeah, that's who we need right now.
Jesus.
Who you need right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need you, Jesus.
That's who you need right now.
Jesus.
Who we need right now.
I need you to walk with me.
Hands up. We gon' give it to the Lord. Come on.
Say you won't depart from me.
Say you
I
won't.
see you in everything.
Now who
Oh, I
we
need
need?
you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's who we need.
Oh, I need you, Jesus.
That's who we need right now.
Jesus.
Who you need right now. Yeah. Thank y'all.
That was incredible. I've learned just to keep on saying the same word until the microphone comes on. Amazing. Such a good night, you guys. Celebrate that just over $20,000 was raised. If you still want to donate, the donation link is going to stay open. If you, like we said, if you made a bid and you did not get your prize, let your prize be a generous heart tonight. And give what you said you thought you might give if you were going to win. Because we could hit 25 still. We could do it. But we are celebrating $20,000 raised to fight sex trafficking around the globe. Truly, thank you. I am so blessed to sit in a space with people that are compelled to do something, to know that their step forward, whatever they can bring to the table matters and it's good. So well done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for hosting the night with me. That was fun. Just start saying that. Yeah, it turns it on.
So we are very, very blessed by Atlas Free. Thank you also to all the artists who contributed tonight. Fantastic, right? And want to thank the Mission Commission and Jen for all the work putting on the event tonight. Fantastic as well. And our church council and our pastors for just putting priority on missions, right? Such an important thing. Would you join me in a word of prayer to close out our evening? Abba, we are so grateful to be part of a community that is generous and that is giving towards your work around the globe. Thank you for the work of Atlas Free, and we pray that you will bless them. Lord, that you will take the money that is raised and that you will use it bountifully in amazing ways to alter the future and the trajectory for people and ultimately affect your kingdom in a mighty way. Thank you, Jesus, for the work that was done tonight, and the glory and praise goes all to you in your name. Amen. Thank you. Have a safe trip home.
Hello, maker of the moon. Your creation has inspired